about a year and a half, man.
Yeah,
Is when it started for me. But I, like, hey, I learned that, and I'm trying to teach other men, like, let's get it, man. Stop all that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Trying to put on the front and just cry.
Yeah, man, it's okay. Mine was, I guess the same. 2018. That's when I started. When I was like, the end of 2018 was like, excuse me. End of 2018 was when I was able to actually speak about my depression that I've been in for my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that and then even me, that's when I started going to see my counselor. Shout out to her. I would go see my counselor, and all I could do, I remember walking through the door the first day of counseling, man, was just crying. I was like, man, why I can't even stop crying. I don't even know why the fuck I'm crying. I'm crying.
Right.
I'm just crying. I think it's like how a kid know he finna get a whooping, and so he like walked through that motherfucker. He like just start crying. I ain't whoop you yet. You know,
head all tucked down.
You know what I'm saying? So I just cried, and she was just like, just let it out. Like this is a part of growing right here. It's showing your emotions, and I was taught to not show emotions. I was taught to not.
All of us, man.
You know what I'm saying? I was taught to not show that. And, we go to a party where we talk about our pops. We talked about our pops the other day. It was just how they was raised up.
Yeah.
Compared to how we raised up.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? I had a conversation with my pops on my podcast episode, and he was telling me, like, growing up, his pops, that's all they didn't give you hugs. The real man is out here working and providing, protecting and providing.
Right.
Your man ain't got time to cry. Mm-hmm. But then, he understands now, like, that wasn't really the right way to go about things, because it affects the kid under you. So, like, you showing the kid no love, then the kid feel like they not loved.
Facts.
And then it just carries on. So, like, and I'm trying to put a stop to my side.
Man, yeah.
So,
but also I'm at the point now, my age, man, and my dad's age is that he told me and my sisters, because I have all sisters, that you don't show emotions, right? So we figure like not showing emotions at all to nobody, right?
Right. And
then now it get to the point where he didn't got older, and he over here showing emotions, and we like,
yeah,
nigga, what you crying for? Nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's what you told us not to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just think now that like Pop said, I just think now that he realized that, oh, hey, it's okay to show it.
Yeah, it's a new world, man. You got to get hip. You got to stay with it.
It's
a lot of changes happen, and we got to, like, I was telling him about the eras we living in, like, compared to his generation and mine. Like, you got to get hit with the times, man. Like, either you do or don't, but, I mean, you're going to get left behind. Like, and I think, the trend is coming around where men can just be men and still be human, Yeah. So, hopefully, that continues.
Now, let me take it a little bit deeper on that. Do you think, and this is just we're not saying that we're not saying that this is what actually it is. We're saying this is just a thought that people can think about.
Yeah.
Do you think that those emotions that you have to build, that black men have to build within themselves, came from slavery days?
I could believe that. Why do you think that?
Because as many as times they was getting whooped, hung, beaten, they wanted to show the white man that they wasn't weak.
Yeah. True.
You know what I'm saying? So now, them doing that shows that they can't break them. And what that does is that carries over to us getting older. To us, I think it's inside, and this is again just my opinion.
Your opinion. Mm-hmm.
I think that it's embedded in our DNA. Because we didn't go through.
Right, we didn't go through that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but why do we have this type of pride?
Yeah.
That's the question. Like,
well, it trickles down, man. So you'll be surprised how much stuff is hanging on from the slavery days, from the parents. I mean, like the mom. The way black women are able to tolerate, things compared to how we tolerate things. Right. Like the black woman, back then, she have a kid. She teach that kid. That kid have a kid. She teach that kid. That kid have a kid. She teach that kid. And that's how it continues, man. And some stuff just stays within our culture and don't go outside of our culture.
Facts.
Some things don't even leave the black community.
Facts.
And the outside world will be looking at us like, why we do this? Same as getting whoopings. You know, where did that come from? White people don't even believe in that.
No. Right.
Why? Because it's not in their culture.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? In slavery, we get whoopings.
We get whoopings.
And they see, oh, black people act right once they get whooped.
Yeah,
so then they like, okay, let's teach my kid this. Yeah. I'm going to whoop your ass because you ain't listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just
trickled
down.
So even with the black women, again, we have to say this because we don't want people to think that we don't know it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't.
And feel free, everybody, to correct us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But with black women, I think, okay, that the reason why they're so independent, that came from slavery days as well. Mm-hmm. Because you got to think, there is nobody stronger than our black queens.
Correct, man. They are the strongest.
Like, they
humans.
For them to go back and get for them to go back and get raped every night, molested, get pregnant, get their child taken away from them, it's broken from the family. You get what I'm saying? Hung, beat, the same as us. Like that in their minds.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they have a certain pride as their self as well.
Right.
So I think a lot of this stuff, man, it evolves from slavery days, and that shit is just embedded in our DNA. And there's no way, at the time, it's no way to get rid of it. Now I think it's coming to a time now where I think that I think black men are starting to show more of their vulnerable side.
Yeah.
You know, to women, because that's
what they call feminine, feminine something like that. It's feminine something, but it's like we all have it in us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Feminine DNA or something like that. Because we all of us. I mean, the men we was all born. They say we was all born like a female, and then and through the time of pregnancy, it turns into a guy or it turns into a girl. Mm-hmm. But we all start off as a female. So, like, we have these emotions that we can't even explain. We have these emotions that females have as well. But we block ours, you know what I'm saying? We try to block our stuff. But, yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, man. And so, like, we ventured off and talking to that, but why we ventured off talking to that is because, you know, again, if Kobe Bryant didn't make you emotional or just make you just think and say, hey, man, whatever beef I have with anybody, if I love them, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do as black men and black women, is if you have a problem with anybody, man, just let it go, man.
Let it go, say it, and especially if you got like a grudge. But, you know, a lot of females, they can't really. Females, man, they cannot get along sometimes. But I know men, we can squash stuff quick.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the next thing for females, like, to get along better. Like, if they got a whole room full of females, it's going to be at least two of them that ain't getting along. Mm-hmm. And women, y'all know I'm telling the truth. So, like, you know, once they get out of that, I mean, like, they hold grudges. So, you know, once we can sit down and say, you know, let's talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because life is precious and it's short. So you got to take advantage of it any time you got. Like, I'm pretty sure Kobe, man, he wake up that morning, he did not expect to be dead, him and his daughter, Gigi. Man. And think about it. Think about his wife and kids that's left. You know what I'm saying? Like what they going through now, and they didn't even get the news from anybody else but TMZ. Like TMZ told them, my daddy is dead, my husband is dead, and that's not even cool.
No, not at all.
And you know that's what make me like really pay attention to what's going on, man. Because your life can be gone. Just like that, man. Yeah. Like a snap of the finger, your life could be gone. So, I mean, love life as much as you can, man. For real.
Please.
And, you know, speaking of that, I had this idea yesterday.
Okay.
I was thinking, I had to make the status, you know, and I know it's, you know, I believe in a higher power.
Right.
But what if that higher power was a clock?
I seen that.
You know?
Yeah.
Because why do we we are basically ran by a clock.
Absolutely.
Bro. Everything we do is ran by a clock. What time is it? When is your time? When it, they always say, it's my time.
It's my time. Yeah.
Why is it your time? Why we always mention time for everything? Mm-hmm. We wake up in the morning. You go to school. What time you got to get at school? What time you got to go to work? What time you get off of work? I mean, even when they announce deaths, this is the time he died. This is the time she died. What if the world was ran? I mean, it is ran by a clock, but
Facts.
What if the higher power is a clock?
Yeah.
Like, you look at a clock, and we just look at it as a clock, but that clock has so much power over us.
Over us, yeah.
It has so much
true.
Power over
That's
us,
true,
man. And, not necessarily the actual
clock.
The actual clock,
yeah.
but something. I don't know. Like, we are scheduled. We are on a schedule right now, cuzzo.
Yep.
Your time to go,
you know what?
Might be, ain't no telling. My time to go might be, ain't no telling. But that, I mean, it's hard. It's too deep, man. I don't know how to even dissect that, but yeah, man.
I get what you're saying, man, because it's like going back to our grandma.
Yeah.
She was.
Well, 80. Was she 88?
Yeah.
88
but
years
walking.
Walking. Yeah,
walking.
walking.
I remember.
Laughing,
I remember. I was in that whole week was just I had gotten into a car accident.
Yeah. And
I was off of work, and I remember taking her to get her car, her license plates renewed, everything. And man, we in the yard, and she the only person I know in the city with a garden.
With a garden, yeah. Everybody else looking like the city house.
You know what I'm saying? So she back there picking her tomatoes, walking fine. And then on Saturday, September 1st, 2007, boom,
right,
gone. So it was her. Like, God knew, and if people
he has the clock.
Yeah, he knew. He like, all right, you born at this time, you're gonna die on this year, and at this time.
Yeah, you born on this time, you gone on this time.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy,
it's
man.
Deep, man.
Yeah, man. But we didn't want to bore you guys, man. We just wanted to kind of, introduce ourselves, man. Again, I'm AB from the co-host of the house inside. AB, co-host of the Inside Scoop,
and I'm the host of the Arts and Small Talk podcast. Man, check it out. So this is what you should expect. Again, I'm the first episode. This one here, we kind of just letting y'all hear our voice and talk about Kobe, talk about life in general. But, I mean, we're going to have some segments, man. We're going to have fun with y'all also. But this is where you're going to get some inspiration, man. Like, I'm learning so much as I get older. We got some amazing topics to attack. I really want to focus on our black men.
Man.
And then we're going to be, talking about whatever we have in general. Yeah. AB will have topics. I will have topics. And we just combine them together, to make a great show. We're going to be talking about cheating, why we cheat, why we so broke, how can we make more money, how can we save money. I mean, yeah, that's what this podcast is for, man.
It's about actual everyday life, man. Everyday life, man, and giving everybody just the
real.
Yeah.
Keeping it real is the most important thing.
Raw as possible. Raw as possible, man. So, yeah, man. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for the first episode.
Yeah, boy.
You know what I'm saying? It sucked that we had to talk about Kobe Bryant, man. Again, R.I.P. to
man. Rest
Kobe Bryant and his daughter and the rest of the people that was in the helicopter. Hey.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, man.
And then we got more for y'all, man. So just stay tuned.
Yeah.
Keep it locked, like the radio host be saying on radio.
Keep it locked. Keep it locked. And, man, until next time, man, this is Podcast Mondayz. And, again, I'm AB.
I'm Small Talk, y'all.
Man, and peace out.
We out. She.
The NBA and the game of basketball will truly miss you. And I personally will truly miss you.
And an 81-point game.
Growing up watching you as a little kid.
Slam dunk, Kobe Bryant.
Huge fan of yours. Growing up being my idol.
It's been motivation to kids like me everywhere.
Nobody in the NBA has made an impact
on this earth and outside.